post-workout stretch. Okay, so first of all, let's come into a downward facing dog. And you'll probably have worked into your calves, so stretch the calves by bending one knee, stretching the opposite heel down, and then change sides. Hold it for a few seconds and then change sides again. Doing this quite a few times. Make sure that your hands are pressing firmly into the ground away from you, and you're trying to reach your heels back as you maybe speed up this pedaling of the feet. Your breath should be starting to slow down after an intense physical workout, maybe a run or some HIIT. Reach your hips up high as you stretch the heels further down and keep those legs still now. Press the ground away, lengthen through the sides of the arms, hug the belly in, lift the tailbone up. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift up both heels and then bring both heels to the right. Set both heels down and try and keep those shoulders square so that you really should feel this, especially on the outside of it's my left leg. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Come back up to center and over to the left. And stretch back, really reaching back. Trying your best to feel this in a different place on the outsides of your legs. Wherever you feel it is good. Come back to center. Good. And then reach your right leg up. Open that hip with a straight leg. Try and square off the shoulders. Maybe point the foot, reach up higher, then bend that knee and try and open the hip a little bit more. Good. And then take circles. So you're going to bring the knee towards the left elbow, round to the right, all the way up. And then again, just working into that hip. And then change direction. So knee to right elbow, left elbow, all the way back up. And then 3-leg down dog. Bring that foot down. Let's take the other side. Left leg reaches up. Straighten that leg up, really stretch up high, and then keep that leg straight and try and square off the shoulders as you open the hip. Maybe look under the left armpit. And then bend that knee, lift the knee up higher to the sky or the ceiling. And then you're going to take those hip circles. So bend that knee in towards your chest, over to the right elbow, to the left, back up. And again, right elbow, left, back up. One more time, all the way over, before changing sides. Come round the other way. Oh, it's a bit more awkward, and this grass is slippery. Whew. One more time, reach up into 3-leg down dog, both feet down. Okay, reach the right leg up again. And let's come off our hands by stepping that right foot between the hands and coming down onto the left knee. Shift the right foot a little bit forwards and the left knee a little bit back, so you're going to really feel this into the left hip flexors here. Okay, come up into this high lunge and then press the thigh, so you want to move the flesh of the thigh away from you so that you're lifting up the belly away from the thigh. Hug the low ribs in towards each other so you're really getting this engagement in your core. Belly hugs in and then reach the arms up. Bring the hands together, reach them up higher, bend the elbows, and then try and bring the fingertips between the shoulder blades and lift up. Be conscious of what your belly is doing. If it's the ribs are flaring, see if you can hug everything in a bit more. Protect your spine, your low back in this back bend, little gentle back bend. Come back to center, reach the arms up, and then you're going to bend over to the right side. So hold on to the left wrist, reach up, and then just take a slight lengthening. So rather than reaching too far over to the right, you're lengthening up and over. So you should feel this in your left side, all the way down the left thigh, all the way up through to the left shoulder, all the way down the ribs. Come back to center, release the hands, reach them up. Oh, these flies. Hands both down, And then let's move backwards and forwards and floss through this right hip and this left hip flexor. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, see how I'm flexing those right toes up as I come back, exhale forwards. Inhale back, I'm rounding as I go back, exhale forwards, squeezing shoulder blades. One more time back, stay back, and then pull the right out hip back, left out hip forward, so you're firming through the inner thighs, really hugging in, everything's hugging in. So this is an active stretch really. And walk your hands around to the outside edge of that right leg. Breathe in here, keep flexing those right toes upwards. Breathe out, both hands come back down. Bend into that lunge, and then reach that left hand forwards. Good, right arm's gonna come forwards, all the way up and over, and then reach it back towards your left toe. If you want to, you can heel toe that right foot out a little bit, come onto the outside edge of that right foot, knee and toe in one line. Option also to bend that knee and grab a hold of the foot if you can. If you've got that, press the foot against the hand resist, come into a nice openness. Then you can always come down onto your elbow if you've got the space. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go of that gently, come back to center, heel toe that right foot in between your hands, lift that left knee up. Good. And then you're going to come all the way up into a high lunge. Inhale here and hold on to your hands, interlace them, reach up a bit higher. Then exhale, bring your hands behind you, interlace them behind you, squeeze those palms towards each other. You can have a micro bend in your wrists. And then lift up into a little bit of a back bend. Try and straighten through the back leg. Try and hug those the low belly in and the ribs in towards each other. For 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down. And then we're going to move backwards and forwards just like we did when we had the knee down. So inhale, coming back to a pyramid. Exhale, come down. So you're squeezing shoulder blades when you come down, rounding the back as you come up. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, come back. Hold it here. Toe can be flexed or practice, see what feels best to you. This stretches the front of my shin a little bit more. And this stretches the back of my hamstring. I think I need my hamstrings today, so I'm going to leave it up. Good. If you need anything to bring the ground up to you, use that. So blocks or books or cans or whatever, or just fingertips. Failing that, you can always walk your hands on the inside of that leg. Keep working that right outer hip back towards the left foot. If it's sticking out to the side, hug everything in. For 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands, frame the foot, the right foot, down dog. Oh, let's go through to a plank, just go through a vinyasa, rinse it all out. Knees down is an option, otherwise chaturanga, lower all the way down. Inhale to a nice gentle back bend. We'll do more of these in a minute. Exhale, down dog. Let's do the other side though, so left leg reaches up. Bend that left knee, step the left foot in between the hands. Right knee comes down. Good, and again, heel toe that right foot a little bit forward, the left foot a bit forward, right knee back. And then come up into that high lunge. Push the flesh and the muscles of that left thigh forwards as you lift up through the waist, hugging the low ribs in towards each other, low belly in. Reach the arms up. Firm through the inner thighs, especially if balance is a challenge, and you can always tuck those back toes. Reach up high, hug low belly in, bend elbows, lift the elbows up higher, maybe squeeze the elbows towards the ears a little bit more as you lift up, maybe look up, hug the low belly in, for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down, either side of that front foot. Let's go backwards and forwards, so inhaling, rounding the back, toe comes up, exhaling, coming forward, squeeze the shoulders towards each other. Inhale to come back, and exhale to come forwards. Inhale to come back, and exhale forwards. Coming back, you're going to walk your hands around the left side. So to the outside of that left foot. Notice those toes are still pointing up. You're still active in this stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Come all the way back to the center. Bend into that left knee again. Bring the right hand forwards. Reach the left arm forwards, up and round. Good. An option to stay here, and you can heel toe that left foot to the side if you like, remember, so that you're on the outside edge of that foot. Bend into that right knee. Hold on to the right foot if you've got the space. And then maybe that right elbow comes down too. 3, 2, and 1. Bring both hands down. And then heel toe that foot in. Good, something's just bitten me. And it really stings. Okay, lift up that back knee. Ignore the stinging bite feeling. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up. And then interlace them behind your back again. Maybe interlace them the other way around, so the awkward grip. Squeeze the palms together, lift the arms up a little bit. Lift the belly away from the thigh, maybe sit down a little bit more so you feel this in your hip flexor on the right. Try and straighten that right knee as well. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, bring both hands down. Inhale, come into that pyramid pose variation, toes up. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, come back, round. Exhale, come forwards. Inhale, come back. And exhale, come forwards. Next time back, hold it again. So again, you're trying to work that left outer hip back, right outer hip forward, scissoring the inner thighs towards each other. Toes can be up or down, your choice. Do what you did on the other side. And also you can walk your hands to the inside if you like. If you need that space, that's fine. But keep trying to, instead of that left hip going out, keep trying to work that left hip back towards your right heel, the back heel. Good job. And then walk your hands back to center. Bend into the front knee, plant both hands, downward facing dog. Or let's do another vinyasa just to rinse it out, come into our back bends on our belly. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, all the way down. Hug the elbows in, come up to that cobra. Breathe in here, and breathe out. I'm going to turn around to face you a little bit. Both hands, like this. Yes. So the elbows are up, and the hands are wide on your fingertips. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come up to this cobra. Not too high to start with. Exhale, find length. Inhale, come up again. And exhale. Breathe in, come up again. Breathe out, come down. One more time, inhale up. And then bring your palms flat. If this is too high and it hurts your low back, bring your elbows down, come into a sphinx. And imagine pulling the elbows towards your thighs, your hips, and your hips towards your elbows. Get a bit of length here. Soften through the glutes if you can. If you prefer, you're in this seal position. And then lower yourself back down. Good. Okay. Then you're going to come into a nice pec stretch. So lying on your belly, with your head on the ground, your arms out like 45 degrees. So the arms are out like that, okay? So starting on the left side, make sure that the shoulder and the elbow are in one line and the elbow and the fingers are in one line. And you're just going to turn your head onto the left ear and just slightly turn yourself around so that you're pressing into that left shoulder. It's not lifting up high, you know, your shoulder isn't lifting up high. Make sure your elbow's level with your shoulder, you're not cheating, and you're going to stay here for 8 breaths. So stay here for 8 breaths. I'm just going to get something to go on the floor, stop all these bitey ants. So I'm going to come over. Alright, come back to center. You can of course hold that longer if you like, and then you're going to take the opposite direction. So I'm going to turn round, right elbow out to the side, elbow and shoulder in one line, left hand presses down, right ear on the mat, turn yourself onto your right side a little bit, and take 8 deep breaths. So when I say 8 breaths, I want each breath to be around about, inhale for 3 or 4 seconds and exhale 3 or 4 seconds at the minimum. Slower if you can. And come back to center. Alright, turn yourself onto your back. And you're going to take a nice outer hip stretch now. So figure 4, supine figure 4. So bending into both knees to start with. Bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And then lift up using just the leg strength. Try and lift up so that you're bringing that left shin a little bit closer towards you. If you want to, you're going to then reach through those legs, holding onto that thigh. This is really difficult and you don't have that ability to bend the knees quite so much and lift through without your head having to come up. Then just stay here, maybe hold with one hand onto your right thigh, press that left knee away a little bit. Work to what suits your body, as long as you're feeling this in the left outer hip. That's where I want you to feel it, in the left hip. Of course, this might be enough for you with your right foot down and pressing the left knee away. That might be enough. You can even reach in front of your thigh if you want to. And then either stay here or other variation of hooking your elbows underneath that shin, popping the right foot on the mat or the floor or the grass. Head comes down as you try and pull that shin towards your chest. This really feels good on my outer glutes and hip. And then release that, but keep that left leg, is the one you're still working with, straighten the left leg. If you have a strap or anything, you can hook it around the ball of the foot for a hamstring stretch. If you haven't got anything, hold behind your calf or your hamstring. If you've got the space, you can reach and grab a hold of the toes, do that. So you're going to try and straighten through that leg. So it doesn't matter if you're here, try and straighten through that leg so you feel the hamstring stretching. Hamstrings, especially when we sit more than we're normally doing in these times, tend to shorten, as do hip flexors. So both of those things are what you really need to be focusing on if you spend a lot of time sitting down. Reach the heel up a little bit more, breathe in and breathe out. I've got my right knee bent, feels better on my low back, but you can straighten your right leg if you like. And then bring that left leg out to the side. Maybe straighten that right leg now. Reach that leg up to the sky. Bend that knee. Hold on to the outside edge of that knee with your right hand. Oh, these flies. And take a twist, looking over the left hand. Just take 8 breaths here. Well, not 8 breaths, actually 5 breaths. 5 breaths. See if you can deepen your breath and lengthen the exhale. Deepening the inhale And lengthening the exhale. So starting to bring attention a little bit more inwards during your stretch. Focusing on how your body feels inside. Hopefully the endorphins are going around your body now after you've done your little bit of vigorous exercise that you perhaps did before this stretch. Come back to the center, hug both knees in, massage low spine. And then left foot down, right ankle on left knee. Let's go to that stretch on the other side. So figure 4, don't forget you can keep that left foot down and just press that right knee away from you. If this is enough for you, because maybe you have limited mobility in your knees, that's fine. Otherwise, pick up that left knee towards you, reach around, hold the hamstring, or hold in front of the knee. Or perhaps, as I said before, hold behind that hamstring and press the right knee away. So you're getting this sense of pulling in on the left, pressing away with the right. Feeling a nice hip stretch here. And then either stay here, or option to put that left foot down, and then hook the elbows underneath that right shin. This side feels tighter today. Maybe you straighten or keep that left leg bent. If your neck is not comfortable with your head back, you can always just bend it in, that's fine too. As long as it's not too much of a strain on your neck, go with what feels good in your stretches, okay? Don't be afraid to try a slightly different thing. If it's not right, your body will soon tell you if you're tuned into it. And release that. Bring the right foot up to the sky or the ceiling. Either grab the big toe, hold on behind the hamstring, use your strap if you have it, or hold the calf. If you've got the big toe, try not to let that pull you up. Try and really plug that shoulder down towards the ground. Straightening as much as you can through that right leg. Maybe bending the left knee or straightening it if your low back feels okay. Keep working the heel up and the toes back towards your face. Steady inhale. Find space, and with every exhale, maybe you can pull that leg a bit closer. And then bring that leg out to the right. And then straighten the left leg if you can. Try and keep both hips level so that left hand can be on the left thigh. And it doesn't matter if the right leg's not going all the way to the ground. Feel that nice inner groin thigh stretch. Focus your attention on the breath again. And bring your leg back up to center. Bend that knee, release the toe or the strap, whatever. Hold on to the outside of the right leg with your left hand, come into that twist. And then bring the right hand over to the right. Maybe turn your gaze over to the right fingertip. And then come back to center. Again, hug the knees in, Apanasana, massage your low spine, try not to lose your balance. And then come all the way up to sitting. Well done, you did it, you stretched. And you've taken the time, you should feel better for it. Have a great day.